Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Protect Your Farm Business, where we talk about ag business related topics. And I am Ashley Westerholt, a part of the University of Idaho Extension. So today it's going to be a little different. I know that usually I talk about commercial ag or different parts of agriculture that are maybe larger scale. But some of those operations have gardens on the side or really are interested in this whole local foods movement. And maybe deciding that they want to get into gardening or to, like I said, the local food movement and start producing food for sale. So I just wanted to give you a few tips with markets and marketing if you are using garden produce. So that's what we'll be discussing today, and hopefully it is some interest to you. So when we think of markets and marketing, we think of probably how we market our commodities, and maybe that is similar to how we should market produce. But today I really want to talk about the basics, determine potential markets, and then identify potential funding sources. And so let's move on. So you have to identify the customers, just like you do in commercial ag or selling any product. You have to identify who the customers are. So if you grew malt barley, and that's because Miller Coors bought it from you, then that's why you grow malt barley, because you've identified a customer and they had a need for some sort of product. So when you are thinking about getting into this business, what are products that potential customers are buying currently? So what is the market saying? Where are your potential customers buying their products? And when are those products available? So if you think of gardening, we have different times of the year that different produce can grow, mostly the summertime here in Idaho. So my husband just harvested our carrots, and so carrots would be available then in August, early August. And then we still haven't harvested our potatoes, but we did harvest our onions. So there's different timing for all these gardening produce, and that really correlates to when they're fresh in the market, versus maybe commercial, where they would go into a cooler storage system and then be saved for a longer period of time, versus gardening produce. So I just wanted to go over the marketing mix that we actually learn in marketing, the first class I took in college about marketing. And it's about product, place, promotion, and price. And so if you look at this little infographic, you see product, the function, packaging, services, price, cost, discount, margin, target, which encompasses all four of those. And then you have promotion, which is advertising, sales, publicity. Then you have place. Where are you going to sell these products? Distribution, logistics, and what marketing channel? So a product is anything offered for acquisition that satisfies a want or need. It can be objects, it can be services. So an actual product, you would need features and attributes. So what is the size of these products? What are the attributes? Did you grow them organic? Are they without pesticides? What is the core product? So what are the needs that are met or benefits received from the product? So if it is fresh, maybe you can link it to better health. And then you have augmented product, which measures taken to help customers put product to sustain use. So you could give them an augmented product, which would be a recipe to go along with that actual product. So some successful products, I thought this was pretty funny. So we live in Idaho, and a lot of my colleagues, they drink tons of Mountain Dew. And so I actually found this on the website of, in Shelley, Idaho, Blooming Acres make Mountain Dew jelly. I have never seen anything in my life. But successful products are develop products that consistently satisfy the needs of customers, provide direct and valuable benefits, and you differentiate these products, providing features and attributes better than competitors. I don't know if anyone thought of putting Mountain Dew taste into jelly, but it seems to sell. So just an interesting little picture that I just wanted to share. So promotion. A promotion is any communication that help make a sale and build customer relationships. So that could be brochures, newspaper ads, providing product samples at different farmers markets or other things. So it's marketing in its purest form, and it must increase consumer perception of value. So you want to make sure that people will value your product, and that's how they will buy your product. So increased demand and increased willingness to pay what the price is based on the value. The more they view your product's value and say it does have value to them and high value, they're then willing to pay a higher price. So another thing of successful promotion is promote the unique differences of the products from those of competitors, convey a positive company image, and portray accurate images. And so one thing that I think is a really cool program in Idaho is the Idaho Preferred program that's out of ISDA. And I think that a lot of different states also have these type of programs, but it's really good to have that stamp of made local. And I know that's doing very well at promoting things with Idaho Preferred. So the place is the activities that make purchasing products convenient for your target customers. For example, if you are selling produce, maybe you want to sell them at a farmer's market. That makes the most sense. Or roadside stands. Or maybe you direct sell into restaurants or grocery stores. So the geographical area to be covered is included in place, the number and types of markets served, transportation using distribution channels. So consumer direct distribution, are you going to sell directly to consumers? Are you going to sell to grocery stores? Or are you going to sell to restaurants? And so there's all different distribution chains that are available. And so consumer direct distribution would be selling at the farm, at a farmer's market, through mail distribution or community supported agriculture, or CSA is what they're called. So the advantages of consumer direct is that profits are not split with anyone. You control how to market. You are able to tell your story on your product and how it was produced to each customer via interactions and promotions. But the disadvantages is that the farmer is also responsible for all marketing and for invoice collection and advertising and transportation. And the growth of the business is dependent on time and effort into marketing. Marketing is such a big piece of every business, and it should be in commercial agriculture as well. And we need to do a better job at marketing, and I really think that this can lend itself to any business. So retail distribution, it involves various types of retail stores that sell products for home use. Retail stores vary greatly in the flexibility they have in products to carry. The decisions can be made at the corporate headquarters, where buyers, merchandisers, and category managers make decisions. Therefore, working with corporate office could be a must. If decisions are made at the store level, you could work with your local grocery stores or local stores on product introductions. And if the product is successful, it could be accepted by corporate and expanding. So it depends on if they do more of a top-down approach in that business or bottom-up approach where the local stores have a lot of autonomy. So those could be different distribution channels. So food service distribution. Food service distribution involves any facility that serves food to people. And so there's two different sectors of this, where it's the commercial and non-commercial. And so the commercial sector is independent and more chain restaurants, delis, hotels, and professional catering, where facilities are more responsible to consumer demands or responsive to consumer demands. And it may be the most lucrative for non-direct market for specialty products depending on the amount that you produce. Non-commercial would be nursing homes, hospitals, schools, and prisons. There's a limited choice in menus. It has less interest in specialty products, but some success in colleges and universities for those specialty products. And I think that's becoming more of a norm as well, especially in schools of the local food movement. So I'd really look into that. So price is a huge part of those 4 Ps that I shared with you at the beginning. So it's the sum of all values involved in a product. So premium price products are not supported by customer demand, will fail due to insufficient volume. So if you are pricing yourself out of the market, you will not probably make it too long. So one suggestion is, have you asked someone what their willingness to pay for your good is? And so maybe you have a neighbor that you've shared gardening with, or that you've given some zucchinis to, and ask, how much would you be willing to pay for this? Or maybe you go to a grocery store and you look at those prices and say, but I'm organic or I'm local, so I should add a little bit of a premium to this. And that can be ways that you can discover a price that might be available or that people are willing to pay. So price is the only element in an organization's marketing function that produces revenue. Price is the most flexible element of the marketing functions, and you can change your price quickly. So you can do the buy one, get one free. I mean, you can always do promotions on pricing. Price is always the number one problem though. So for food and farming ventures, the common mistake is setting prices without considering all marketing functions. So did you actually figure out your cost of production? Do you know how much money you've spent on advertising? How much money you haven't paid yourself for the amount of work you put in, for the distribution costs, for broker fees, for spoilage, for revenue collection? There's also money involved in promotion, distribution, and servicing. And that should all be built into that per unit price. So guard against underpricing products as well. So price lends a value to the product in the mind of the customer. Underpricing can lead to perceptions of value. If you are way below the competition, they're going to think something is wrong with your produce. Not only selling a product, but you're selling a full package. So there's unique benefits of a product, company, and customer service that can also go into price. So today's consumers are not necessarily at the normal marketplace, especially now with COVID-19. It is looking a lot different. But the majority of Americans are on social media, and different social medias like we are on today, which is YouTube. And so you can see this research here. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but there's just a lot more people online. And it's really important to have a website. I think that it is so important for companies to have websites, and especially in COVID-19, I know a lot of website services were offering discounted prices and working with people who do have businesses to get them online. 83% of customers go to a company's website for information. 51% of customers prefer to have self-service options available on the website. And then 56% of customers either leave or go to a competitor because the website wasn't working or there were issues. And I know that plays true, especially in the millennial demographic in Generation Z, which is behind us. So, 10 reasons every business needs a website. Customers expect it. It provides social proof. You have control over the narrative. You're able to tell your story. And those stories are so important today. And not only to sell your product, but to show agriculture in a good light and to share the story of how you are in agriculture. You get more bang for your buck for having a good website. They can equate that website to value. You don't need extensive coding or technical skills with a lot of the websites that you can work with. Your competitors all have websites. Never put up the closed for business sign again because you have a website that people can always be directed to. You will show up on a Google search, which is also very important. Create a resource center for your staff and showcase your products and services so people know what you can give them and provide. So some standalone web-based platforms. So GoDaddy was one of the ones that I saw advertising during COVID-19. There's Squarespace, Etsy, Shopify, WordPress, Wix, BigCommerce, and there's many more. But these are very simple programs to use, and they walk you through a lot of different things. And after subscriptions, the fees are usually worth the money. I know that my husband's business, they use Shopify, and it has saved them during COVID-19 and moving to all online platform. And I just really think that it is good programs that are able to be used, and everyone should have a website. So also you can do the other platforms of social media just to market your products, but actually Facebook, a lot of people just have Facebook as their website, but it's still a website, which is great because they're showcasing, the public can comment when they're there and leave pictures that can be shared. So I think that you need to be on all platforms when deciding to go into different markets. I think that this is also true for commercial agriculture. I know it's very important with gardening and local produce, but I think it could be for commercial ag as well, to show these online platforms what agriculture is, what you are growing, and just to really push agriculture. So with that, I wanted to talk just one more minute about some funding that could be available for you. I know that the USDA in the past Farm Bill released some local food market money. And so if you are interested, please let me know, and I can help you find resources that maybe you want to start a local farmers market in your small town. And there have been grants available for towns to apply for that to happen. So yeah, just give me a call, email me, and I would love to share that information with you. So with that, I will see you guys next week, and stay connected. And if you want supplemental resources, I put Cultivating Success, which is a great website to reference for gardening or small scale farming. It's really awesome. So with that, thank you and have a good rest of your day.